We are going to discuss the constitution of a country called Eswatini. A lot of us know it as Swaziland. Swaziland has a constitutional monarch of an extreme end. From time immemorial, it used to be called Eswatini, but the British could not pronounce Eswatini. They called it Swazi. They changed it into Swaziland instead of Eswatini land. But recently, it changed its name back to Eswatini. There is no need of adding the word land. Maybe in vernacular, you never know, unless you meet somebody from there. Around 1986-85, the king there was called Sobhuza. He died. And like all monarchies, a child, preferably a male child, from the king takes over. But in Swaziland, things are different. Every year, during something they call a reed dance, where young girls dance almost naked, the king marries a new queen. Every year. So if the king has ruled for over 30 years, he has over 30 queens. When King Sobhuza died, the constitution in that country goes like this. The eldest surviving queen takes over in an acting capacity. She's called the she-elephant. So she rules as the acting king until the Council of Elders appoint a new king. Now you have seen the king marries every year. So they usually take a boy who has no sibling of the 30 women, of the 30 queens. They look for a prince who has no sibling. He was born alone. Previously, we didn't have family planning. So any boy who is lucky to have been born alone without siblings, he has a right to be considered to be the next king. Now in 1986, 4 different princes were qualified. When the 4 different princes were qualified, the Council of Elders, just like the way Pope is elected, they'll never tell you why they settled on one. But among the 4, they settled on Prince Mahosetive. Waluya mnasikia. They settled for a prince called Mahosetive. Mahosetive was young. He was not even, he was under 18. He was a teenager, but he was under 18. So they let the Queen Mother continue ruling. Mahosetive completed school. He was taken to Sandhurst Military College in London. If I were to be born again, I would want to join that college. Actually, when I was young, I always dreamed of joining Sandhurst College. He joined Sandhurst, came back as a crown prince. When he came back as a crown prince, he was installed as the next king of Swaziland. He adopted a new name, which was King Mswati III. He has ruled that country from that time up to this time. In Swaziland, the king's word is final. They elect MPs. The MPs do advise the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister always is a cousin to the king. Every year, as I've said, Mswati the father died in 1986. It took him about 5 years to be ready. So that is from 1991, he has been marrying a queen every year. So when he dies, one of the queens that he has been marrying every year, one or two or three, will have one child, and it is among those whom the elders will sit down and decide who becomes that. The country is an absolute monarchy. Most of the businesses are run by that family, and there is fight for more constitutional changes. But as for now, that is how the kingdom of Eswatini, or better known as Swaziland, is managed. Thank you.